Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Street Photography Shots Explained. So today I'm going to go ahead and talk about two of my street photography shots, and then after, on the second part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a shot that one of my friends ended up giving me permission to talk about. So we'll talk about that shot on the second part of the video. So for the first shot, it is called Morning Performances, this shot right here. So for morning performances, what I wanted to capture here is the artist that was singing here, but I wanted everything to be in shadows. This is in the Bethesda Fountain in Central Park. If you've never been there before, it's actually been put in movies like John Wick and other types of movies. It's just a very, very iconic part of Central Park. But I wanted to capture that. This was early in the morning. I wanted to capture that actual light in the background going towards the subject, and then the separation between the pillars, that is the crowd, and then the person, the main subject, that is the singer right there. You can't even see the person, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to see that subject in a dark type of environment, you know, in the deep shadow, just so you can he almost blends with the people on the other side, but you can still tell that the person is there. But that's what I wanted to show with this. I wanted to show the Bethesda Fountain in the background, and then the subject right in front in the foreground, and then you can see the separation from the crowd and the pillars right there. But yeah, very simple type of shot to explain, and just something that you automatically see whenever you go into the Bethesda Fountain from the other side. Basically, you go down these stairs, and as soon as I saw everything in shadow, I automatically started taking pictures because I could see it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I can definitely see myself taking these shots. And as a street photographer, you're walking around and you automatically fall into these rhythms of finding shadows and finding shapes or finding different types of light that you want to play with. And this is just one of those times whenever I ended up seeing it, and as soon as I saw it, I ended up taking a shot. But yeah, that's the shot right here. So for the next shot, it is called Just a Little Break. So Just a Little Break, the shot right here. This is another shot, as you guys know, and I explain almost in every single one of these videos. I take my dog to walk on the Trinity River and everything. We just go for miles and everything on a daily basis. So what I wanted to capture here is an apartment complex that is being built off of the river, and as you can see, most of the apartments made out of wood. And one of the things that one of the things that my friends on Instagram ended up pointing out is that most of the buildings that they build in Europe, they're made out of concrete and everything, or stone and stuff like that, you know, much sturdier. Yet over here in the United States, we build a lot of stuff out of wood, and then just decorate it on the outside and make it look like it's actually made out of rock, or, you know, something sturdier, even though it's just made out of wood. But that's just the reality of things over here. People try to I guess save money and build things even though they're not going to last as long. They try to cut wherever they can in order to save money. But what I wanted to show here is as I said, it's called Just a Little Break. So you see there's a subject on the left that was actually hanging on the rails like this, and there's another subject that's leaning against the rails, and then there's a third subject that is behind that actual beam that goes up top, so they're on top of a ladder. And yes, I could have walked a little bit so you could actually see that subject as well, but I was afraid that I was going to lose movement from the other two subjects leaning on the rail or sitting down, just taking a break. So that's why I ended up taking it here. And whenever I was right, because whenever I ended up moving a little bit to the left, to the right, I ended up the person on the ladder ended up coming down and leaving the scene completely. And that's just the reality of street photography. Whenever you're taking pictures out there, if you don't take advantage whenever you see the shot right away, then subjects are gonna leave, and you're never gonna get the shot. So even though the subject behind the railing isn't you can't see them fully, it still works because I got my point across. They're just taking a little break, and I'm also showing you how it is that we build buildings awfully like these apartments in Texas. I mean, yes, it is very sturdy, but it's definitely not as durable as stone or concrete or stuff like that. And whenever it comes to skyscrapers or anything like that, like bigger buildings, is completely different. But whenever it comes to apartment complexes, they kind of cheap out just so that they can get as much money as they can from it. But again, this not again but this photo is angled sideways a little bit like this. And what I wanted to so whenever you take a picture like this, you can either choose which horizon you're gonna level out at. And what I ended up doing here is that I chose the crane as the leveling in the background. So it all depends on what leveling you have in each one of these photos. Like sometimes you can use the background, sometimes you could use foreground. It all just depends on what you want to show. So for this, I ended up sacrificing them being completely straight on the actual building, because the crane looks more obviously straight, like it's like a 90-degree angle. So I ended up leveling it, cropping and leveling it with the crane instead of the building, and it works out way better than having the crane completely sideways, even though you can obviously see the 90-degree angle, and having the building at a straight angle. It works way better if the crane is the actual straight angle. So and plus the building was a little sideways like that, but that's how I ended up cropping this image so that it was at a straight angle but from the background. But yeah, that's this shot right here. And for the shot that I'm going to go ahead and talk about today, this is the profile I'm going to go ahead and talk about. As I say in every single one of these videos, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't want to mess up anybody's name anywhere around the world. I talk about these profiles, and every single one of these profiles I'm talking about is because I've known these people through Instagram, and I've seen their work constantly. They're constantly putting up photos and everything. It's just it's an inspiration whenever I see these photos, especially like seeing different cultures around the world. But what I want to say is that I don't mention anybody's name because I don't want to get people's names wrong, but this is who I'm going to go ahead and talk about. And definitely go check out their profile if you want to see stuff, lifestyle and travel photos in the Vietnam and Saigon area. Definitely really, really cool. So the photo that I want to go ahead and talk about is this shot right here. So before I talk about the photo, I'm gonna go ahead and read basically what is the subject, I'm guessing, and what the actual image, what they're trying to say with the image. So the subject, or what they ended up titling the photo, is called Hope, and it says the actual reading under it. It says, "Hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can suffer today. I like happiness the most." And that's basically what the description says under the image. So seeing this image, you can see that it was taken with a wide angle lens, and honestly I prefer it that it was taken with a wide angle lens instead of you just going straight for the statue and the subject right in the middle of the image, because this gives you like a much broader view of the amount of detail that is in this building. It's crazy, the amount of detail and the amount of color is just so vibrant and beautiful. And then you can see that there's a light right in the middle, and it's lighting both sides of the subject right there. And you can see that your eyes are automatically led towards the statue and the subject because of the triangle up top. The triangle is like leading you towards it, and then also on the carpet, it's a straight leading line towards the subject. So you can automatically see where the subject is, and you can see all the colors and everything. As soon as I saw this image, it drew me in. So whenever I pick these images, or whenever I go through these profiles, my friends' profiles, and I see what image I want to talk about, usually I do go through all their photos, and whatever catches my attention, as soon as I see it, that's the one that I pick. And this is the one that I picked because you guys know how much of a sucker I am for leading lines. But definitely go to his profile and see different areas. There's another one that kind of makes me want to go to this area of the world, because there's these like hands that hold a bridge up and everything. And for some of his photos, what he does is that he ends up putting a quote up top and basically talking about the image. And but this photo, he just ended up showing you the leading lines going towards the statue, and then the subject in the middle, very lit very, very well. And then all the detail around the room, and the room is completely clean and beautiful. It's just like, it just drew me in as soon as I saw it. But yeah, this is the photo that I wanted to go ahead and talk about today. But definitely go to this profile, see the different types of places and that you can go in the Vietnam, Saigon, and that area of the world. It just looks amazing. And whenever I saw this photo, it just drew me in. But awesome work, man. I really like this photo. And the amount of detail and how you capture your side of the world is amazing. So keep it up. I definitely look forward to seeing more of places that I will want to visit at some point in this side of the world. But yeah, that's this photo right here. This is the photo I'm gonna go ahead and talk about today. But again, thank you guys for everything, for all the support. I have been making a couple of these now, and I appreciate all the support. I only do this because I love photography so much and I like talking about it. I'm not doing this to get famous or anything. I'm not asking you to subscribe. I'm not asking you to like my videos. You can if you want to, but I'm never going to ask you to like go do it, because I'm doing this because I enjoy it and I love doing it. And it's much more than money for me, or trying to make a career out of this. It's more like just I like talking to you guys and showing you my work, and you guys can choose to watch these videos or choose not to. But if you stick around, then there will definitely be a lot of things to see. But again, I appreciate all the support, guys, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys next time.